All right, today I have put every single player back on the team that originally drafted them, and we're going to be seeing what the best team would be if that were to happen. Make sure you guys go down below and smash the like button on this video. I actually had to create this roster 2 times, and it took over 10 hours in total just to create this thing. So make sure to smash that like button. Well, let's just get right into each team's. How it works is it's whatever team actually drafted them. So for an example here, Luka Doncic is on the Hawks because the Hawks are the team that drafted him, but then they traded with the Mavericks. And that is how it's going to work for all of the players. It's not the first team they played on. It is who actually drafted them. And let's just get right into this, starting off with the Philadelphia 76ers. We got Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Nikola Vucevic, Drew Holiday, Lou Williams, Jeremy Grant, Rashawn Holmes, Mikal Bridges, Markelle Fultz, Thad Young, Andre Iguodala, Elfrid Payton, Jahlil Okafor, Korkmaz, and TLC. For the Bucks, we got Giannis, Malcolm Brogdon, Dante DiVincenzo, Jabari Parker, Ilyasova, Norman Powell, John Henson, Kevin Porter, Glenn Robinson, Thon Maker, Patrick McCaw, Luke Mbah a Moute, and then the rest of the players are 40 overalls. If we didn't have enough players to fill up a team, I just put 40 overalls on them because they don't really make an impact on the team app. And there are a few teams that have a lot less players. They just did not draft anybody good that stayed in the NBA. For the Bulls, we got Jimmy Buckets, LaMarcus Aldridge, Nurkic, D Rose, Wendell Carter, Kobe White, Bobby Portis, Denzel Valentine, Daniel Gafford, Taj Gibson, Patrick Williams, Chandler Hutchinson, James Johnson, Jordan Bell, and Gary Harris. For the Cavs, we got LeBron, Kyrie, Colin Sexton, Andrew Wiggins, Tristan Thompson, Joe Harris, Jay Crowder, Darius Garland, Danny Green, Isaac Okoro, Tyus Jones, Jamal Crawford, Deion Waiters, Alan Crabb, and 140 overall. For the Celtics, we got Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Terry Rozier, Marcus Smart, Robert Williams, Avery Bradley, Gerald Green, Jeff Green, Matisse Thybulle, Ante Zizic, Peyton Pritchard, Eachwan Moore, Kadeem Allen, and a 40 overall. This team is actually very similar to how it is now, just because their whole team, they just drafted great. They just drafted a bunch of great players, and they happen to stick around. For the Clippers, we've got Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Eric Gordon, Miles Bridges, Al-Farouq Aminu, Chiak Diallo, Jerome Robinson, Tyson Chandler, and then a bunch of 40 overalls. The Clippers did not have many players that are still in the NBA that were drafted by them. For the Grizzlies, we got Kyle Lowry, John Morant, Jaren Jackson, Mike Conley, Kevin Love, Damari Carroll, and a bunch of 40 overalls. Again, not many players on this team. For the Hawks, we got Luka, John Collins, Dennis Schroeder, Al Horford, Devontae Graham, Kelly Oubre, Jeff Teague, Jackson Hayes, Onyeka Okongwu, Pau Gasol, Kevin Huerter, James Ennis, Marvin Williams, Cam Reddish, Omari Spellman. The Hawks. For the Heat, there are not many players here. We got Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Josh Richardson, Bojan Bogdanovic, Justice Winslow, Precious Achiuwa, and that is it for their team. For the Hornets, we got Kemba, Tobias Harris, SGA, LaMelo Ball, Cody Zeller, PJ Washington, Dwight Powell, Shabazz Napier, Austin Rivers, Malik Monk, Frank Kaminsky, Noah Vonleh, DJ Augustine, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, J.R. Smith. Also, I forgot to mention for this roster, pretty much the lowest rated players are 72. I picked it's just players 72 overall and higher, just because it was taking so long to make this thing. For the Jazz, we got Rudy Gobert, Gordon Hayward, Thomas Bryant, Paul Millsap, Enes Kanter, Alec Burks, Josh Hart, Darius Baisley, Rodney Hood, Trey Lyles, Gorgie Dang, CJ Miles, Torian Prince, Dante Exum, and 140 overall. For the Kings, we got De'Aaron Fox, Hassan Whiteside, DeMarcus Cousins, Marvin Bagley, Gary Trent, Isaiah Thomas, Tyrese Halliburton, Willie Cauley-Stein, Bismack Biyombo, Marquise Chris, Zach Collins, Ben McLemore, and then some 40 overalls. For the Knicks, we got Porzingis, Gallinari, Mitchell Robinson, Tim Hardaway, RJ Barrett, Obi Toppin, Trevor Ariza, Frank Ntilikina, Iman Shumpert, Nene, and then a bunch of 40 overalls. For the Lakers, we got Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, D'Angelo Russell, Larry Nance, Zubac, Patrick Beverly, Lonzo Ball, DeAndre Hunter, Marc Gasol. It's funny that he's actually back on the team now. We got Mo Wagner, Tony Bradley, Mikhailuk, and some 40 overalls. For the Magic, we got Sabonis, Victor Oladipo, Jonathan Isaac, Aaron Gordon, Dwight Howard, JJ Redick, Dario Saric, Von Raab, Kylo Quinn, Mo Bamba, Mario Hazonia, Cole Anthony. This guy, I don't know how to say his name. And some 40 overalls. For the Mavericks, we got Trae Young, Jalen Brunson, Kelly Olynyk, Shake Milton, Mike Muscala, Tyler Zeller, and that's it for their team. For the Nets, we got Jared Allen, Brooke Lopez, Derek Favors, Mason Plumlee, Kyle Kuzma, Pat Connaughton, Kyle Korver, Nicholas Claxton, and a bunch of 40 overalls. For the Nuggets, we got Nikola Jokic, Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Evan Fournier, Malik Beasley, Carmelo Anthony, Monte Morris, Doug McDermott, Juan Hernan Gomez, Emmanuel Mudiay, and some 40 overalls. For the Pacers, we got Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Karis LeVert, Miles Turner, Davis Bertans, Aaron Holiday, and Goga. And then that's it for that team. For the Pelicans, we got AD, Chris Paul, Zion, Buddy Hield, Nerlens Noel, Kira Lewis, and a bunch of 40 overalls. Started off really good, but not many players on this team. For the Pistons, we got Chris Middleton, Andre Drummond, Spencer Dinwiddie, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Luke Kennard, Bruce Brown, Killian Hayes, and some 40 overalls. For the Raptors, we got DeMar DeRozan, Pascal Siakam, JV, Terrence Ross, OG Anunoby, Jakob Poeltl, PJ Tucker, DeLon Wright, Bruno Caboclo, and a bunch of 40 overalls. For the Rockets, we got Clint Capella, Montrezl Harrell, Marcus Morris, Rudy Gay, Dylan Brooks, Jeremy Lamb, DeAnthony Melton, Nick Batum, Patrick Patterson, Chandler Parsons, Isaiah Hartenstein, and a bunch of 40 overalls. For the Spurs, we got Goran Dragic, DeJounte Murray, Derek White, Keldon Johnson, George Hill, Kyle Anderson, Jordan McRae, Ian Mahimi, Devin Vassell, Corey Joseph, Lonnie Walker, and some 40 overalls. For the Suns, we got Devin Booker, TJ Warren, DeAndre Ayton, Rondo, Bogdanovich, Josh Jackson, Alex Len, Markieff Morris, Skal Labissiere, Jarrett Culver, Jalen Smith, Robin Lopez, and some 40 overalls. For the Thunder, which I think this might be the best team, we got James Harden, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Eric Bledsoe, Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams, Brandon Clark, Reggie Jackson, Cam Payne, Gary Payton, and then some 40 overalls. For the Timberwolves, we got Kat, Zach LaVine, Lauri Markkanen, Ricky Rubio, Cam Johnson, Anthony Edwards, Chris Dunn, Chetty Osman, Trey Burke, Josh Okogie, Corey Brewer, Andre Roberson, and some 40 overalls. For the Trailblazers, we got Lillard, CJ, Patty Mills, Will Barton, Rondé Hollis Jefferson, Myers Leonard, Harry Giles, and then the rest are 40 overalls. For the Warriors, we got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Harrison Barnes, Draymond Green, Eric Paschall, James Wiseman, Kevon Looney, Damian Jones, and a bunch of 40 overalls. And then moving on to our final team, we got the Washington Wizards. We got Bradley Beal, John Wall, Otto Porter, Jordan Clarkson, Rui Hachimura, JaVale McGee, Belishka, Denny Avija, Thomas Satoransky, Troy Brown, Jerian Grant, and the rest are 40 overall. So those are all our teams. Some teams a lot better than others. I think the two best teams are the 76ers and the Thunder, in my opinion. Leave your comment down below on who you think is going to win this season. But let's get right into the simulation. I guess it's not getting right into it because it's like 10 minutes after the video started, but let's start the simulation now. Make it to the end of the season and Nikola Jokic is going to get MVP, something we don't really see in 2K a lot. He averaged a triple-double throughout the season, though, so very impressive for him. Also shot great from everywhere on the court. Cole Anthony gets Rookie of the Year. A little surprising. Precious gets Sixth Man of the Year. Anthony Davis with Defensive Player. Not a surprise there. DeAnthony Melton gets Most Improved Player. And who does he play? Who does Mark? I'm gonna be honest, I did not even know he was the head coach of the Thunder, but the Thunder are gonna get the best record in the league, I think, with 69 wins on the season, and I think the 76ers are the second best team. But let's check out these all NBA teams. That might be a little different than what we're used to. We got Trae Young, Steph, AD, LeBron, Jokic on the first team. On the second team, we got Luka, Lillard, Giannis, Kawhi, and Andre Drummond. And on the third team, we got Kat, DeRozan, Jason Tatum, D'Angelo Russell, and James Harden. Here's our all-defensive first team, our all-defensive second team, and then we got the rookie teams as well. I'm not sure if these rookies would have done better or worse now with all the NBA teams completely changed around. let's check out these standings here. Starting off in the East, 76ers did have the best record. Then we had the Bucks, Raptors, Celtics, Hawks, Hornets, Wizards, Magic, and the worst team is going to be the Knicks. So this is kind of like which teams drafted the best players that are still in the NBA. And it looks like the Knicks did the worst job at that. We're only getting 16 wins on the season. Going over to the West, we have OKC on top. Then we have the Warriors. And the thing with OKC too is they're going to have a ton more draft picks. So if they keep on picking some great players, I mean, they're going to have a very good team in the future as well. But Warriors, Nuggets, Jazz, Lakers, Rockets, Timberwolves, and Suns all making playoffs. The worst team in the West is the Dallas Mavericks. Okay. So the Mavericks, not with the greatest draft picks. Of course, they had that trade with Trae Young and Luka Doncic. Great trade. Luka definitely turning out to be the better player. And the Mavericks doing a lot better right now in real life than the Hawks. Coming over to our league leaders, Trae Young averaged 38.6 points per game. So clearly shooting a lot better than he currently is in real life. Then we got Curry, Lillard, Tatum, D'Angelo Russell, DeRozan. We can check out the top 10 here. Giannis making it in the top 10. And then for rebounds per game, Andre Drummond just doing even better than he normally does. 20 rebounds per game. Assists, we got Jokic. LeBron is in second with 9.8. But Jokic, the only player to average over 10 assists per game. And LeBron also very close to averaging a triple-double. Steals per game, we got Andre Drummond with 2.3 steals per game. Blocks was also Andre Drummond. Where's his Defensive Player of the Year award? What else? We got field goal percentage. I mean, it's a lot of our big men here. 3-point percentage. Surprisingly, it's James Harden up on top there. But let's get into the playoffs now and see which team drafted the best player. So let's just start off and simulate the first round. And simulating out of the first round, so we got OKC moving on, the Lakers move on, the Warriors move on, and the Rockets ended up getting an upset over the Nuggets. In the East, we got the 76ers and the Celtics. That makes sense. They both have amazing draft picks. And the Bucks beat the Wizards, and the Hornets with the upset over the Raptors. Simulate one more round. And making it to the Western Conference Finals, Houston with a huge upset over the Warriors. I did not expect Houston to make it this far. I expected OKC to get here because their team is super stacked. And then in the East, we got the 76ers and the Bucks, which makes sense. It's top two seeds, both with some amazing draft picks. And let's see which two teams make the NBA Finals. And it is going to be the Thunder versus the Bucks. I was so close to picking the right team. I had the 76ers, but they did not end up making it in there. Instead, it's going to be the Bucks, who also have an amazing team. We got Giannis and Brogdon facing off against Durant, Harden, and Russell Westbrook. I think the Thunder are going to win this one. Let's hop into the finals. Bucks take the 1-0 lead. Thunder tie it up. Thunder take a 2-1 lead, a 3-1 lead. Bucks gonna win another game, 3-2 now, and OKC ends up winning the championship. I wanted to hop into a game there, but I accidentally simulated. OKC are gonna be our champions though. Kevin Durant gets finals MVP, and it's not a surprise at all that they won. I mean, that team is just so stacked, and that's kind of what the NBA would be like if every player went back to the team that originally drafted them. Imagine if you couldn't make trades in the NBA, you just had the players you drafted. That would be very interesting though, because then you kind of get to see how a player's whole career would play out on a certain team. I don't know. I think it would be pretty interesting if that was a thing. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. This has been your boy Smequle, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Never at ease, I don't know a limit. Chasing a dream, I don't know what sleepers. I got a queen, she lit me the evening. She ripe like a peach and she snapped me the snippet. You well overdue for that link up in person. Text me to fall through a murder, she wrote it. Still up with courage, you're doing a service. Pull up to the crib, I'm equipped with the brush strokes. Cut throat from the low when no love.